Stephanie Denman from the Denman Homestead here, and today I have got activities. So I am going to be making a ton of soaps in the near future. You may or may not know, but I'm working on getting a good amount of soaps ready for Christmas time, for gifts, getting my online store stocked up. So in order to do that, I need to start making some infused oils. Now, I have purchased a variety of different herbs that are beneficial for your skin, and really pairs really well with soap. One of them is calendula petals. So calendula is a flower, and its properties are really great for healing. There's calendula gel for like scars and burns and minor cuts and scrapes and things like that. If you want to look up calendula, I grow calendula sometimes. I just went ahead and bought this pre-done dried out package of calendula petals. And it's really great in soap. I also have eucalyptus leaf. So I've got a whole big bag of eucalyptus. We'll be infusing some oils with eucalyptus. We've got some lavender, a big pack of lavender. We'll be doing some of that. Chamomile. Chamomile is super soothing. Really nice on the skin. It's got some great beneficial properties when ingested as well, so with like a tea. But chamomile flowers infused in oil for your soaps also have great topical benefits as well. I've got 2 different eucalyptus leaf packs, so we'll be doing 4 today. 4 different infused oils. So let's get started. Basically, with a carrier oil, you're going to need to get something like coconut oil, or today I'm using a olive oil. It's a really large jug of olive oil. I may need to go get more olive oil. I have more inside, but I'm going to use this olive oil because olive oil is a oil that is a base in a lot of my soap recipes. So I'm going to infuse these herbs in some mason jars for using in my soap making. And I'm going to tell you, there's a few different ways that you can infuse your oils. I'm going to use the sun and the heat of the outside to break down those oils and the flowers to infuse into the carrier oil. And I'm going to probably set them outside for about 5 days. They're going to have an opportunity to be heated up by the sun, and then cool off at night, and then heat up and cool off. And in 5 days or so, we can strain off the petals, and then that oil that's remaining be perfect to use for soap making. Another way that you can infuse oil is to put them in like a double broiler or a crock pot. The thing about that is that you have to kind of heat them for 4 or 5 hours on very low. You want it to be around like 100 degrees, maybe 110 for a few hours. So constantly monitoring that temperature, making sure that it's not scorching. You can do it a fast method way like that. So if you're interested in creating your own infused oils, you can do it that way on the stovetop. Another way that you can infuse some oils is to actually make a tincture with alcohol. So you can get some of your herbs, you can infuse it in a alcohol like vodka, and then once you have that, you can take that vodka mixture and put it into your carrier oil that way. There's a lot more measurements that go along with that. So for me, because I've got the heat outside right now, I'm going to take advantage of nature. I'm going to just do it this way, and then in about 5 days or so, we can start soap making again. Okay, so I'm going to start out now. I'm going to open up my, let's just start with the lavender, our little lavender petals, and it is going to smell so good. Oh, I can already smell it. Now I try to get all natural, organic, small. I try to support local or small farms. So this is a small farm produced lavender. So I bought this online. You can just get them. A lot of times you can get them on Amazon. But I just try to make sure that whatever I'm using for my oils is going to be good for my skin. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill this jar about halfway. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, should be fine. All right, this is probably about halfway up, and then I'm going to cover it with olive oil. Olive oil has really great skin properties as well, nourishing to the skin. It also creates a really good lather for your soaps. So I like to use olive oil in a lot of my soap making recipes. I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to shut this, and then I'm going to kind of give this a little bit of a shake. I want to make sure that this is getting all in and all around my lavender. Okay. Open it back up, and I'm going to add a little bit more. You got a honeybee that's smelling the lavender leaves. Isn't that funny? Okay, so our lavender's done. That's it. We're just going to set it aside. We're going to keep on moving along with our other stuff. Now, I grew my own chamomile this year for the first time in the tea garden, and it turned out amazing. This reminds me of it. Now you can use these dried herbs. They're perfectly safe to use for teas. Just make sure that you get like food grade quality herbs. And another thing to consider too is you want to make sure that the herbs that you're infusing in your oils are dried. Fresh herbs can sometimes go rancid or mold or mildew when you're trying to create these infused oils. So just keep that in mind. And with each one, I'm filling it about halfway up, and then I'm going to cover the other half up with oil. I like to reserve some of the petals, not use all of them if I can help it, so that I can sprinkle them in my soap sometimes, so it gives it a little bit of pop of color. This is that's the chamomile. This is the lavender. Okay. All right, let's move on to calendula. Calendula has a very mild scent. It's definitely floral. Has almost like a dried tea smell to it. calendula. And last, we're going to do the eucalyptus. Here's our eucalyptus oil. All right. So we've got lavender, chamomile, calendula, and eucalyptus. Now, I do need to tell you that before you do this on your own, I suggest that you do your research on any herbs that you're just not super familiar with as far as what would be good to be on your body versus inside your body. Some of them you can do both inside, you can eat it, but you can also put it on your skin. Some of it's good to put on your skin but not eat. For example, eucalyptus. If you were to cook with eucalyptus oil or ingest eucalyptus oil, the eucalyptus oil can cause like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, some bad stuff. So but if you ingest or drink a chamomile tea, it can be very soothing for your stomach and good for, anxiety and sleepiness. And same with lavender, like there's some lavender teas out there. So just be very, very cautious and do your research before you start playing around with herbs that you may or may not know if you can actually ingest or if it's good topically. So for example, sometimes I use some orange oils or some lemon oils in some of my products, but any citrus that you use, you have to be careful whenever you go in the sun, because citrus essential oils are photosensitive on your skin. So you need to make sure that you're wearing sunblock, or you can get sunburn more easily when you're wearing stuff that has citrus oils in them. Not to say that they're bad for you, but just be extra cautious because it can cause some sunburning. So the more you kind of play around, and I would just, if you're new to doing soap making or your own cosmetics or your own oil infusing type projects, just do a little bit of research first to make sure that what you can and can't, or what you should and shouldn't do with those oils. And then once you get comfortable with that, expand your library and your portfolio, and just keep creating and keep making, because these types of things are so cool to use in like cookies for lavender, or just other things that you can make, play around with, not just soap making. So, but these are going to be my soap making oils, and I'm really excited about it. I might mix and match maybe some lavender and eucalyptus, or some lavender and chamomile. We'll play around with it, but it's going to give a really nice fragrance, a natural fragrance to the soaps. And yeah, so I'm just going to set them outside, let them sit outside and bake in the sun for about a week, or 5 days or so, and then I'll start making some more soaps for you guys. So, thanks for hanging out with me today on this one, and I hope that you try out your own, make some of your own. I'll try to link some of these products in the video description so that if you want to order some for yourself, even like little satchels, like this big, if you want to make little satchels for your dressers to keep your clothes in, you know, like one of those little drawstring satchels. Put some lavender petals in a satchel, put them in your little clothes drawer, and it'll give a nice fragrance to your a nice natural fragrance to your clothes. Hang a little satchel of eucalyptus leaves on your shower. That steam from the shower will hit that eucalyptus bag, and you'll have a nice soothing shower, especially if you're not feeling good. If you're sick, it helps for, you know, respiratory issues. There's so many things that you can do with dried herbs like this. So, hope you try them out. Hope you like this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.